G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Well, as you can see, I've got laid out my X8C rebrand from Kmart. This is called the STUNT quadcopter. It's an X8C clone, and I reviewed this one last year. It cost around the $60 to $70 when I bought it. I've done a bit of a review on it and a couple of videos actually on it. And this came with this particular Wi-Fi FPV system, and it was, yeah, as you can see, it's a pinhole camera, very low, cheap quality camera. It's full of jello, and it was basically garbage. So this one, it was just Wi-Fi only. So as you can see, there's a fake SD card slot, so it didn't even shoot videos on an SD card. Not that it would make any difference because it's pretty poor quality. So as you can see, I got laid out here a few FPV systems, guys. I've got another X8 clone. It's called the Aviator that I bought, without a TX quite a few years ago, and ended up putting an X8C, a genuine X8C flight board, and that only cost me about $20 initially, and I spent like $20 on it, and I've flown that around a few times before FPV. But primarily I was using a all-in-one camera like this, AKK, I think it is AK2, I can't remember the model of this one, but this is a 200 milliwatt switchable FPV camera, and last time I had it mounted on the top on the Aviator model of the X8 that I've got. So today I want to do something different. I actually got the idea of this, so I won't take any credit, but I actually got this idea off a good friend of mine, Phil at Flying Tech RC. He made a video a few years ago using the original Syma X8C. It was a white one that he owned, and he used the egg-shaped camera that was on that particular quadcopter and made an FPV system using the actual casing of the Syma camera, the egg-shaped camera. So that's what I'm going to do with this one, guys. I'm going to use the actual housing out of this and fit a FPV system on this. Now, I could always go with the all-in-one, but I won't in this case. They would easily fit and mount in this casing, but this one's rated only for 200 milliwatts. So, I've got a couple of different systems here. This receiver would be a bit too big, but it's got a pretty good camera. I've used this on my X16 and X21 GPS drones before, so I'm just showing you, a general idea what you can do. But what I'm opting for is to use this mini receiver here, guys. 32 channel, 5.8 gigahertz mini receiver. It's got a strong output there, and using this camera that's attached to it. This came in a kit, guys, so that will definitely fit inside this casing. All right, so what I'll do though, guys, I'll definitely link my friend Phil's video in the description below, and you can check that out for yourself. I just stumbled across it the other night, watching some of his videos there, and I stumbled across that one. So that's what I'm going to do, guys. So the aim of this is to have a fully running FPV setup using this removable mount, so I can use this on the X8 Aviator as well. Yeah, I can even use it on the X16 or X21 if I really want to, but those type of drones have got the same slide-in mount. Even the Bugs 3, you could even use this on a Bugs 3, it would fit as well, just to give an example. But so I'm going to have that running, and I've got the eSheen here, the eSheen RD200. I could record my videos on that, as well as my Shine Halo goggles as well. So, there's quite a few different possibilities with this. I mean, I could always use this OTG receiver and record videos to my phone and replace that with my phone instead. So that's the aim of it, guys, today. A bit of a project on this rather wet and windy day here. So just trying to think of things to do. You only need basic tools, good set of screwdrivers and a hot glue gun. The hot glue gun is to you know, glue the lens and all the bits and pieces in, like the receiver, in place. And yeah. So also what I want to do is check the antenna inside this transmitter to see if I can expose that, and just to see what type of antenna it is. It might be an omnidirectional antenna that's tucked away in here. So I'll try to increase the range by exposing the antenna, or even replacing it. If it's a plug and play style, I could probably put a dipole on it or something like that. But in any case, this transmitter has a range, or in this quadcopter rather as well, has a range on the box. I think it said 200 to 300 meter range, stock standard, just like this. So it should be pretty cool to cruise around. But I will open this up just to have a look as well, see if I can improve the range from the transmitter to the drone as well. So anyway, guys, I'm going to get into it now, and I'll cut to different clips when I get up to them, guys. So I'm not going to do any fast forwarding of the video or anything step by step, where you see every single screw that I unscrew and all that sort of thing. So I'll just cut to it, guys, when I get to certain stages, and then later on in another video, it would have to be, because it's too wet to fly or try this thing out, I'll definitely make another video of it flying and testing it out. All right, guys? Okay, so I'm going to get into it now, and we'll see how I go. Okay, guys, I took off the 4 screws to open this Wi-Fi FPV camera up. As you can see, it's just held on there. And there's the board, and the actual board is sandwiched in there with this bracing. So that might come in handy. I might be able to reuse that to secure the actual 5.8 receiver in there. So I'm going to take out these couple of screws now to get this camera lens out, and then I'll be able to fit the the FPV camera in there. Okay, so this is just a rough test fit, guys, but as you can see, the brace fits over the receiver and neatly tucks in there, even with all the wiring. And, you know, this ain't secured in place, but that's how it's sort of going to look. I'll hot glue the lens in properly. Okay, just like that. Gives you a rough idea of how it sits in there. Now, what I've got to do is Dremel out the back a bit, all right, to have that antenna poking out properly. Plus, you know, I have to make it fit again securely on the back here. So I'm going to have to round off both halves of this shell. And for the JST sticking out the side there, because it's going to come out the side, this plate here, I'm going to have to drill a hole for that JST, the red JST, to go through, so I can power a LiPo off it. All right, so I'm going to get into this, do it all properly. That was just a test fit just to show you. And I'll secure it all up, and should be good to go. All right, guys, so there's the finished product. I think it turned out pretty good. The antenna out the back. I can unscrew that and put any antenna that I'd wish to. So there it is. Looks pretty neat. I've hot glued it from the inside, like you can see in those photos, and I can actually adjust it. I actually put hot glue here, as you can see, before I reviewed it, or on the same video when I reviewed this quad, because it was really loose. But I can actually adjust it, so it's pretty neat. Yeah, so I can unscrew it if I wish to, just like so. I can put any one that I desire to put on there, so put this one on if I want, just like so. Alright, so that should work quite well. I've got the LiPo lead hanging out the side, and it's just a matter of clipping it on. Just slide it on like that. Alright, so I can adjust it upwards. I'll probably adjust it upwards while I'm flying a little bit, because when you're pitching forward, As long as the body shell and the props don't get in the way too much, I might have it upwards a fraction. But we'll see when I fly it. Might be okay just to have it straight ahead like that. Alright, so now I'm going to open this up. Alright guys, well I put in some photos there of the antenna location in this transmitter, and I'm just going to leave it as is for now. They did rate this transmitter to the quad control range distance is 200 to 300 meters, and to be honest with you, even though it was just a wire antenna soldered to the circuit board of the transmitter, it didn't look too bad. It had a pretty good length to it. It was definitely longer than quarter wavelength, which is usually, I think quarter wavelength is about an inch. Looked closer to the half wavelength length in size of the wire, so I'll just leave it as is for now and test it the way it is. It was tucked in behind the board a bit, like laying parallel this way, so I've just actually bent it up like you can see those photos, so it's vertical. So that might improve, you know, somewhat the range or signal. Also took these two fake antennas off because there's no point, they just get in the way. So I took them off. All right, guys. So anyway, I'm just going to quickly fire up this FPV system on and hook it up to the goggles, and that'll be the end of this video, guys. I've just got a partially charged 2S from a Hubsan H502. I think it's got about 80% charge. So let's hold that in one hand. 1 second. And we can see we have FPV. Let me just try to hold that closer. Probably can't see that too good. There you go. Got live FPV. So yeah, works. All right, guys. So I'll definitely test this out on a nice day and take some DVR. I'll wear these goggles here. Take some DVR and also hook up that eSheen watch, the RD200. I'll have that sitting here for some DVR as well. And yeah, test it out on the X8C clone here. All right, guys. So anyway, I just thought I'll do this as a quick project. Hopefully I get good range out of it. We'll soon see. I'll take it out to a large field, so I've got plenty of space, and I'll fly around the 150, 200 meter mark and see if I can keep going. So that should be interesting. Interesting test flight. So thanks for watching, guys. I just thought I'll make a little quick video. I was bored today. It's raining, really crappy weather, so I thought I'll make something, and decided to make this FPV system. To make it look as stock as possible out of the Wi-Fi camera housing. And I can put this on any other quad too, so that'll be pretty cool. I can put this on the Bugs 3, any of my other quadcopters that share the same mount, so the Aviator X8C clone, and even the X16 Baying Toys as well. Okay, so alright guys, I'm out of here. Enjoy the hobby, and I'll catch you next time. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. If you like this video, feel free to like it and comment below. Take care, guys. Be safe and enjoy the hobby when you can, when the weather is fine. And I'll catch you on the next one. All right, guys. Bye for now.